3 of virtual learning, and we are hanging in there just trying to make it through the morning. Penguin's watching the class too. Penguin doing 3rd grade.
No, he's just chilling like a villain. I brought him a toy just in case she wants it.
It's lunchtime now. The kids are gonna get their lunch and then take a break and have their afternoon classes. It's going pretty well today. So today is Natalie's first day of live classes, and Isabella's, got her 3rd day actually, I think, of live classes. So the 5th grade's going really well. And they moved over to Zoom, which seems to be working a lot better than Teams.
Hey!
What?
It's not.
It's not working better than, well, they're still having issues, but I think the most interesting part of the day was this morning when they tried to put 140 8- and 9-year-olds on Teams for PE, because they do like grade level PE all at the same time. No one knows where the mute button is. We'll just leave it at that. So it's interesting, but it's gonna get better. I mean, that's obviously the first week, so probably take them about 3 weeks to find the mute button and keep it on, but it's a lot of feedback. Anyhow, these guys are gonna get their lunch and then get their afternoon start.
Social studies.
Your first subject after lunch is social studies?
And my subject before lunch is science.
I like your wolf ears. And Bella's on day 3 of her outfit over here. You want to stand up and show me your outfit? Be curious.
Day 3.
Chase adventure. Day 3 of week 1 for your outfit.
Day 4 of week 1.
Oh, because did we technically do Sunday too?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to keep track of the days. So I'm keeping track of enough here.
We just got this yesterday.
Yes, we got it yesterday and washed it last night.
I turned it into super cutie.
It is super cute. So it says, my favorite subject is unicorns. And then she got these cute pants with the hearts and the foil on them. So, that is that. So I think I'm going to do a Greek salad again today. I've got some croutons, some of the peppers, some of the olives. I'll get the cheese and everything out, kind of how I did yesterday. And what I did, because we don't always eat like these full kits, and I like the romaine lettuce, so I'm actually using lettuce out of this kit, and then we'll have like little Caesar salads with dinner one night with the leftover stuff as well. So it seems to be working out okay. And then I have the feta cheese here as well. This is what I'm having for lunch again today. Isabella wanted me to make her one of these avocados, so I made her one and I took the other half. I was gonna eat lunch real quick, and Isabella's gone to her next Zoom call, and Natalie goes to hers in about 10 minutes, and we'll be on to the next part of the day. I'm getting things done, and I had some meetings, and just trying to be as productive as possible. The kids are all done with their school for the day, and they are sitting on the couch watching Pokemon right now. I'm not even gonna lie, like all of our screen time rules just went right out the window with this whole situation, because it's getting ready to rain outside and we're getting like storm warnings on our phones, so they can't go play outside. So it's like, well, we have work to do and you need something to do. So can you go watch Pokemon? Yes, you sure can. It's just the kind of unfortunate reality of the situation, but I know that we're not the only ones like kind of struggling with that, and the only ones that, because I've talked to people that were more like us that had like pretty restricted screen times with like, limits on like how much they could be on certain devices per day. We, use the Fire Still where they're locked out of it from certain times. And before this whole situation, we actually still had it to where it had a password on it that they couldn't just get right into it, which we now have since taken that off. It's just locked out where it closes at their bedtime and opens at a certain time in the morning, and they're still restricted to only use apps for a certain time, videos for a certain time, books they can read all day long, and that sort of thing. But this has definitely changed our perception of screen time, because I know that when the kids were little, I used to really, really limit screen time, and it was like a huge big deal, and it constantly get brought up in mom's groups, and it was a big thing, and no screen time, and what was it doing to our kids, and yada, yada, yada. And we were the first generation that was growing up with littles in this type of, super technology-driven world. And now it's like, in the middle of a pandemic, what would we do if we didn't have all this technology? And they're plunking them in front of these Zooms, the Teams calls or whatever for hours on end, and Bella's got to navigate going from Teams call to Teams call. So honestly, it's kind of a good thing that they had a little bit of introduction to technology, because otherwise you know, it's all about that happy medium. But this whole situation has definitely changed my perception of the whole screen time and what was too much before, because now you've literally got them on their screens like all day long for school. So that just completely went out the window, because that was more screen time than we normally would have given them before. But it should be interesting to see what all of the long-term effects of this are. I mean, the good thing is, it's not necessarily good, but you know, it's like everyone's going through this at one time. And so like when you go, this is really what it's like going through a big like life-changing event, and like something that's very like traumatic or very much changes your life. And I know I've talked about this before, but I don't really think, unless people have had something like that happen, they don't understand. So the perfect example of that is like the car hitting our house, and like our house being reconstructed for a year and having to deal with that, being displaced from our home for 3 months and having to live in extended stay. Like just hearing that on the onset, you're like, oh, well, that's not really that big of a deal. But when you are actually living it and your norm is upset for a year of your life, basically, you have construction crews coming in and out of your house for a year, and there's a giant gaping hole in the side of your house for 6 months. It's really hard to kind of get that across to people, like what an impact that has. But I think now, like, people would maybe understand more about, like, people are going through like what may not seem like a super traumatic situation on the onset, but it's very, very life-changing. Like, it does have this effect, and this is what like the whole like society is going through right now. So we couldn't leave our houses for like 2 months at a time, and now our whole kids are going to be in school for probably ours are the whole semester, but probably the majority of people, the whole semester online. I mean, that completely upsets where's your north? It changes where your north is, and it's just interesting to try to work through that. But it is, and I know I said this a lot before, and I don't really know if it makes sense, but it is comforting to be going through it with literally everyone else. Because every other situation we've gone through in our lives as a family, and even my life growing up, like when my parents were getting divorced, like you're going through that singular event, which is upsetting your north as an individual and a person. And so like getting that across to other people, you know, it just really depends on their level of understanding and how much they, you know, want to accept or really care that, you know, you're going through a different perspective changing situation. This is very interesting because this is the first time that I think, well, 9/11 would have been the first time, I guess, that you went through this whole like perspective changing, kind of life altering in a sense, because obviously after that you couldn't just walk up to an airplane gate. Everyone had to go through TSA. So I think that'd probably be the first one, and I guess this is the second one, where it just is literally altering everyone's lives, whether they like it or not. So it's just interesting when it's like a collective group going through it rather than it being like a singular event that's just happening in your life. But it does change your perspective for better or for worse on different things. Anyhow, I got on that tangent because of screen time and how our perspectives have been changed because we're all sitting in front of our screens all day long now. And it's just the nature of what it is. And you cannot do anything about that. But I'm going to show you an Amazon haul real quick. It just arrived at the door, so let's open it up and talk about something cheery for a little bit. Okay, so let's see what is inside of here. I think it's going to be more pillows. Possibly some fall things. Try not to cut anything while opening that I'm not supposed to. It's a much bigger box than last time, so I think it all arrived in the same box this time. So I ended up getting one more of the same type of pillows, so I had 4 of them, and they all match with the EDOW. And then I went to order the other ones that I got, and they were no longer available. So one of the suggested things to order was this one, which is supposed to be 2 pillows, not a pillow roll. So we'll see how that goes. And then I went ahead and ordered some Halloween covers, which I'll open up and show you, and some of these check covers in the orange, which I thought would be pretty for Halloween and fall. So my idea here is when I put the fall covers on, I can kind of put the Halloween ones in front and then use the orange ones behind as like accent pillows. So let's open these up and I'll show you the designs. So that's the nice thing about just getting pillow covers and then having the inserts for the inside is you can change them out for the season. So I wanted to get some Halloween specific pillows and then I'll have some just general fall ones. And I thought that these were fun. So these say October 31st with some spider webs on there. It's kind of like a burlappy material. The back's cream. This one says Happy Halloween. This one says Something Wicked This Way Comes. And this one says Trick or Treat. I really like that one. Then there's a really cute Hocus Pocus pillow that I've seen at both Kirkland's and at home. So I'll probably get one that says Hocus Pocus as well. And these are supposed to all be, hopefully, the right size to fit these inserts that I've gotten recently as well. So I'll open these up and let me see these as well. These are, again, like a burlappy, kind of very fall-esque material. And these are all kind of the same size. So I'm planning on kind of trying to layer them this way, if that makes sense. So I'll have the orange ones behind and then these in the front. So I'll start a holiday Amazon list because I'm going to be getting quite a bit of items this year to decorate since we're home. So I will try to link that down below so you guys can start to see these and any other fun finds that I find on Amazon, because why not? And none of this was all that expensive. I mean, these pillow inserts, I'll use these kind of year round. I got these in case you missed the video where I talked about it before. I was getting these pillow inserts because I had these pillows that had like duck feathers in them on the couch and they were really comfortable, but you couldn't put them in the washer and they got duck feathers everywhere. So I got these because they're machine washable and they kind of puff up really nicely. So let's open these up too. I gotta get the scissors and open these. So when they start, they are just flat as a pancake, and I showed this in the other video too, but the hen, as they get the air in there, they just start to naturally puff up. And these are the ones that I put in the big blue pillows that I have on the couch. So these will match those. And they're nice and big and smushy. So this is what it ends up being. And this is how it starts out. It's pretty impressive. To be honest, I really don't know what to expect about these. They were less expensive than these. They look less expensive through the packaging, but they were all that was available because those other ones that I got were not available. I did really like the other ones too, so I may just have to keep an eye out. But let's open these and we'll give them a shot. Well, this turned out to be not a great deal because there was actually only one pillow there. So unless I have another one on the way to me, this is definitely cheaper made. It's about the same size. But I would much prefer have the other ones because this, I don't think it's going to hold up quite as well. And there was supposed to be two of them. Where is the other one? I had that one random pumpkin gathered together pillow, so I guess I'll just use it for that. But anyhow, you can see this is what the pillows look like filled up. But this has that cheaper, kind of not so great filler in there. These are great because they fill all the way to the corners. So I'm going to let them puff up. I'm going to put them in our kind of year-round blue pillowcases for now, and then I will put these into the holiday ones as soon as it's September 1st. I'm starting to decorate. It is on a Zoom call with kids from her class. This is how they do play dates now, and I'm going to go in here and make dinner. Watching a video, and I laid these out on the tray. We're gonna do some tacos, some chicken and avocado tacos, and then on the side, I'm gonna make some taco tater tots. I can just melt cheese and put them over them, and some of them will have taco seasoning. On the kids, I won't. And just a really quick and easy type of way that the kids can eat tater tots because they like tater tots. So I'm just kind of whipping it out here since I didn't have a big plan for dinner tonight. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be making the chicken bacon ranch. That's what I have on there for tomorrow. So I'm just going to use some of the McCormick chicken taco seasoning. I'm going to put a little bit on this chicken, and this is the pre-cooked grilled chicken that I have just kind of set back in the freezer for quick use. And then I'm going to put a little bit over one side of the tater tots as they cook. just to kind of give them a little bit of flavor as well. I kind of make everyone's tacos a little bit different. Isabella got a chicken taco. Natalie got a cheese roll-up. Dan got one avocado and one chicken. I made some tater tots, and then I have a chicken taco over here. I just got to open our cheese grater. I'm going to put some of this on there, and we will be ready to for our day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed following along on our week of craziness of back to school. And let me know when you are planning on going back to school, or when your district is planning on going back to school, and if you are going virtual or not. What? The week is not over. That's true. We still have 2 more days, so we will see what happens. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.